Together, there was probably, I would say that first year there's probably easily 50 people or more that volunteered out here. There was probably a core of about 15 of us, maybe, or a little less, that were really putting in the mega hours. But so for the next year, we started with nothing and built everything you see here. So there was no concrete slab, there was no building, there was no greenhouse. Basically, this shed was here, and that building was there on the other side, and nothing you see here. The PV array was not here. All of this was gone. And they brought us over here one day, and they said, this little spot over here in the corner, it was like there was all this crap sitting in it. They said, you can have that corner. We said, okay. So with that money and about $30,000 other of funding from here and there, we built everything you see here. The idea was to take biodiesel to the next level, to really, people have been making biodiesel for years, but the idea was to look at what's all of the energy and other inputs that go into biodiesel, what's all of the waste and byproducts of biodiesel, and how can we create a sustainable closed loop where, you know, we're putting in inputs, we're treating and dealing with any waste streams, and how can we make it as sustainable as possible. There was a lot of pieces of the biodiesel puzzle that just hadn't been really explored at that juncture, and there's been a lot of movement in a lot of different ways since then. But this was the first attempt at really a closed loop biodiesel system. We look to get all of our power from the photovoltaic array. We get all of our heat from the solar thermal panels on top of the building in conjunction with a boiler here that is powered by biodiesel. We looked initially to bioremediate our water waste and compost our glycerin and turn some of the glycerin into soap, and we just were like looking at it every angle and see like how far can we take this thing, and it really took off. So a few years later, here we are, and it still is a research laboratory. Students are still coming out here, always starting new projects. It's really has grown far beyond any of us' wildest dreams.
About how many gallons a week do you go through?
I would say on a batch a week or so.
Yeah, I mean, realistically about a batch every 2 weeks, and we do 100-gallon batches. So I mean, it kind of depends, you know, on school schedules, you know, whether it's 2 degrees